皆さん、こんにちは。弊社 CEO が長年の経験をもとにテーマをピックアップし、鋭い視点で解説する CEO インサイト。今回は不健全な企業風土について説明いたします。
Welcome to the June 2023 CEO Insights. I want to share what I've seen over the many years and working with 150 plus companies on strategic planning. I run into two common problems, I'll call it better, the culture problems. One is what I call the buy-in culture, where a good idea starts and has to wind its way through many people and many decision makers before it ever gets approved, if it does. The other one is what I call the follower culture, where they follow the market leaders, they don't change anything, they're kind of adverse to change, and ultimately they don't innovate and they don't adapt to the market changes. So those are the two I want to talk about today. So with the buy-in culture, which I've seen, when we bring ideas or we bring business plans, it turns into internal politics over who's got what sway, internal selling. Can you sell the idea? And what you find is those that don't want to play the politics and selling game, which is probably the vast majority, end up basically doing nothing because they don't want to stick their head up and have it pounded, and they don't want to take sides. So good ideas end up going nowhere in those kind of cultures. A lot of time spent on it and a lot of meetings. You'll see a company like that in perpetual meetings on new ideas or innovations or what they're trying to do, but they never seem to get done. So buy-in culture is a disease, as I call it. The second one is what I call the follower culture. These companies inevitably get left behind when either newcomers come in with the new ideas they should have been pursuing or could have been pursuing, or the market leader or a market leader makes changes and basically outruns them before they can ever get around to figuring out what to do to follow. So these kind of businesses are, many of them, just doing okay, and eventually they sink. Even the big guys. You've seen this before with for example, Uber and Lyft came in and disrupted the taxi business. Not in every country, but certainly in the US, to where the taxi business is a shell of what it used to be. So a couple of tips that I've found seem to help. So create a team and act like you want to do a startup to create a competitor. A little internal, I don't know, entrepreneur, they used to call them, who's perpetually looking for how to start up a business to compete with you. Business plans, bake it out, etc. Often this leads to either changing the business or launching a new one. So the second part is disruption. Every industry at some point will be disrupted, whether it's deregulation or renewables like the energy industry, where there's new competitors, new business models, new kinds of companies, etc. Or even, like I referred to before, the taxi business with the Lyft and Uber, or the food delivery business, or the retailers that are going out of business with the online retail, all kinds of things. So again, maybe a different team or outsiders like us or others basically come in and say, okay, how would I disrupt your business, your industry? What would I do to disrupt that? And take those lessons and either adapt them or be prepared to defend your business. Those are the topics I want to talk about this month. Thanks for watching.